Why you should avoid the distractions, the nonsense, and the foolishness of this life called the time. I'm here to help you how to preserve your time, how to redeem your time, and why you should do that. The reason you think you have more time, the reason you are following nonsense, foolishness, and distractions that are not maximizing your life is that you think you are immortal being. You are mortal being. You are subject to change. You are not going to be here forever. For you were put in a place called the time. And you cannot separate your life from time. That's why you have to redeem the time. That's why you have to maximize your time. That's why you have to make a good use of your time. For you were put in a space called time, which is very brief and which is very short. The reason you are still following the nonsense, you are still following the foolishness of this life, is because you think you are immortal being. But you are mortal. And anything mortal is subject to change. The time that God has given to you is a gift, and you are to maximize it. The difference between the rich and the poor is the use of time. How you use your time determines your future. Listen, you only have a brief time, which is limited. You were put in a place called time, which is limited. So it's better to maximize it. It's better to make a good use of that time. For you're not going to be here forever. Keep that in mind. Yesterday night we get to bed with millions of people. But this morning, over millions of people do not wake up. That doesn't mean you are better than they do. But remember that we have been put in a space called time, which is brief, very short. That's why you should redeem the time. That's why you should preserve the time. Because your time is not different from your life. You are alive, put in a space called the time. The day you separate from the time, that's what we call death. So it is death that separates you from the time. Redeem the time, for the days are evil. Listen, we're put here. The purpose we're put here on earth, in this suit called the body, is that you are here to show the world the possibilities out of impossibilities. You were put in this suit called the body, which is governed by time, to show the world the square. You are here to fix the square. You are here to fix something. You are here with a purpose. You are not just an accident over here. You are here to fix something. That's why you need to maximize the time. That's why you have to take hold of your time. That's why you have to preserve the time. Because you were put here in a space called time. And when the time is due, you have to depart. You have to go. no excuses. So the reason you have been giving excuses to yourself, that you think you have more time to live. Even if God gives you 200 years, it's still time. It's still a space. So that's why you don't need to joke with the time. And remember, whoever doesn't respect your time does not have respect for your future. And if you really want to know your future, you don't have to go to the prophets to tell you how your future is going to be. Just look at the use of your time. Your daily routines determines your future. The difference between the poor and the rich is the use of time. It is just the use of time. How you maximize your time determines your future. So what you're putting in day in is determining your future. So you don't need a prophet to prophesy to you how your future is going to be. Just look at the way you use your time. Just look at the way you spend your time. Just look at the way you do with your time. Time is just like a currency. You can abuse it, you waste it, or you can invest it, or you can spend. It's up to you. That is the gift of God given to every man. Either you are black, yellow, green. God gives everyone 247 called the time and the day. But depending on what you put into your time, how you maximize your time, that is determining your future. It's neither anyone but you. You have the abilities. You have the gift. And there's 2 days in everyone's life. The day you were born and the day you learn. The day you discover how to maximize your time. The day you learn to take hold of your time. That's the day you wake up. I'm here to wake you up. That take hold of your life. Redeem the time. For the days are evil. You are not going to be here forever. You are immortal being. You are subject to change. You are subject to change. Remember, we get to bed yesterday night. Millions of people do not wake up. It's not because they are sinners. Time is a gift from God. So maximize this time. Redeem the time. Avoid all this nonsense and the foolishness of life. Avoid all these distractions. And always remember, everybody is busy trying to maximize their life. So be serious. Have a plan, have a vision, have a dream, and have a passion to your plans and dreams. You were put here in space called time. Either you like it or not, you were put here in the space called time. And it's going to be due very soon. So that's why you need to redeem it. If God give you 1,000 years, it's still reducing every day. It's just like a vacuum. It's closing up every day. It's getting closer every day. As days goes on, your life is moving towards your grave. The day you were born, you start crawling. You start moving towards your grave every day of your life. That's why you should redeem the time. That's why you should maximize your time. That's why you should preserve your time from the foolishness and the nonsense of this universe. What are you doing with your time? You cannot separate your time from your life. And whoever doesn't respect your time doesn't respect your future. Neither does he respect your life. Maximize your time. Make good use of your time. Redeem the time, for the days are evil. You are living in the present moment. And what you are putting in daily is determining your future. As I said, your daily routines is determining your future. You don't need any prophet to prophesy you what your future is going to be like. Look at what you are putting in daily. If it is going to, either you are maximizing it or you are abusing it. Redeem the time, for the days are evil. Life is very brief. Life is very brief. It's very close. So maximize the time that God has given to you. Maximize that gift that God has given to you. Make good use of it. Get out of this nonsense and all distractions. And remember, whatever you pay attention to becomes your reality. If you pay attention to the distractors, if you pay attention to the nonsense and the foolishness of the universe, that's what you become. As man thinketh, so he is. Find something. Have a plan. And have a passion towards your vision and dreams. Preserve your time. Redeem your time. For the days are evil. You have a very brief time to live. And the reason you are keep thinking, because you are procrastinating. Because you think you have long time to live. But remember that you are not immortal being. You are mortal being. And anything mortal is subject to change. And remember this, that time has no respect for anybody. I said time has no respect for anybody. But what you can do with the time, that you can control the use of the time. But you cannot change time. That's why I said time has no respect for anyone. But what you can do with the time is the use of the time. Either you abuse it or you invest it. It's up to you. So document a plan. Have a vision. And remember that you are not here by accident. You are here to fix a square. You are here to show the world the possibilities out of impossibilities. You are here to serve a purpose. You are not an accident. You are a potential carrier. You carry gifts, talents. Focus on your gift and talent. You are here to change the world. You are here to serve the world with your gift and talent. So don't rob the world with your gift. Don't rob the world with your talent. For you are put here in space to serve your gift to the world. You are put here in space to serve your gift to mankind. You are here to fit a square. So don't waste it. And let me tell you something. The wettest place on earth is not the gold mines, neither the petroleum companies. The wettest place on earth is the graveyard, which is the cemetery. Why? Because there are a lot of potentials that has been buried. Because they did not avoid the distractions of life. They did not avoid the nonsense and the foolishness of the life. The wettest place on earth is the graveyard, the cemetery. There are a lot of books that has never been written. A lot of song musics. A lot of gifts, talent, potentially, that has been buried at the graveyard right now. Don't go and add your gifts and talent at the graveyard. Graveyard has enough